Yes, welcome back to the Friday Night Sports Show. Next hour, we got excitement as we get into more of football and netball from our local competitions across Victoria and New South Wales. But Statman, I got to say, there's some things that I just get upset about, and one was the spitting of the great pickle out onto the oval and it being banned by the AFL.
Well, you got your goat up, didn't it?
I did. It did.
Why don't we have a look at some good and bad stuff from the week? Now, I've got something good from one of our country areas in South Australia, one of our parts of the Flow network in SA.
Yeah.
I love this story. So, the Legends presenting first gamers with jumpers tradition has now made its way into country footy. We know that. Chris Prime, who was the greatest goal kicker in South Australian country football history, is playing for a club called Tumby Bay in the Great Flinders Football League.
Yes.
Through the week, he decided to come off at half-time and present a jumper to someone playing in the A grade.
Fantastic from
How
the
about
great
that?
man. Oh, great.
And on his way off the ground, he took a mark at 35, kicked a goal, and then ran off, presented the jumper, and then ran back out on the ground. So that's my like for the week. My dislike is in international sport. The talk about man-catting in the IPL is back. There was an image where a bowler bowled a no ball, and it was taken at the same time as the batsman was a metre out of his crease. And the commentary around it was, well, hang on a minute, why is the bowler penalised when the batsman's also out of his crease? I don't mind that, and I've got a solution to it. Don't worry about man-catting. If a batsman is out of his ground on delivery, make it a reverse no ball, take a run off the total.
Ah, okay. Very interesting. Yeah.
And you can't score off that ball. You can hit a boundary, but you don't get anything off of it. They'll soon stay in their crease, Flowman.
They will get back in their crease. All right. I got a couple of things for you. And just on Chris Prime, the great man kicking over 2,000 goals at senior football. They call him the Big Tumby Bay Trough, I believe, which is where
the big tractor.
Yep. Or the tractor. The trough or the tractor. I think he's got his nose into the trough quite often, actually, old Prime. He looks like he's primed up and ready to go. And everyone listening right across our broadcast areas knows the great manufacturers Tumby Bay Troughs, who make cement products that go right across our nation. Well done to the big Tumby Bay Trough himself, Chris Prime. But
anything that stuck out at you through the week that you liked? Can we get you back on track?
No, look, I have got nothing to be on track here with. Nothing I like. Two things I didn't like. In one of the Victorian Country Football Leagues, they've got no boundary umpires, so the central umpire basically calls one of the players to throw the ball in.
What?
It's right, yes.
Why don't they just bowl the ball, throw it up?
No, well, that's exactly what most of the people on social media are saying. Why doesn't the umpire, when it goes out over the boundary...
bring it in 10 metres and throw it up.
Yep, but this is what they're doing. Apparently, they reckon that they can't get the kids to come up from the
Whose plan was
under-17s.
that?
I don't know. I think it's in the central part of Victoria, Wimmera and Horsham district. I'm pretty sure is where that is. I just don't know that they just don't have the numbers of kids to want to do the umpiring. I think it's really strange. I used to do it for $5, and that was canteen money.
Kids make a killing.
Oh, I could. The other thing I don't like is I was watching the coverage of Ash Barty playing in one of the lead-up tournaments to the clay court season for Roland Garros, the French Open, and the commentary surrounding her was a vaccinated Ash Barty has won her second round game.
A vaccinated.
Correct, yeah. Now, my point on this is, what in the heck has a vaccination that Ash Barty's had, for COVID-19 presumably, got to do with the general public knowing that? I mean, this was obviously an advertisement for people to get vaccinated. Now, whether or not you agree or disagree and so forth, the reality for me is that you shouldn't have it in a sports report as though it's a marketing tool for a specific political outcome. Seemed to me like the Channel 9 coverage of that was a little bit off skew. So there's my dislike for the week.
All right, well, good stuff. Nothing. Flowman likes nothing. He dislikes everything. There we go. We've got plenty coming up in the next hour, though, and we'll like all of it.
Oh, dear, I love that pickle juice.
Oh, get out of it. I've got my own. There we go.